strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you could possibly imagine.
Welcome everybody, this is Bulldog here with my first ever informational video on Splinterlands. So earlier in the weekend, I had my first live stream, which was a ton of fun. We even had some from the Splinterlands team stopping by. It was great, you should go check that out. But this is my first informational video. It's not quite as exciting, but it's something that's very important, and it's something that I want in my library because I'm going to refer a lot of new players to this. This is especially important for anybody who is trying to play Splinterlands on a budget. So I say free to play in quotes because yes, in order to get rewards, you do have to buy the $10 spellbook. We're renting cards, so we are spending some money to get started in that. Technically, you could do that for free by using the Hive blockchain, earning some Hive through the social media challenge that Splinterlands puts up, other ways like that. Technically, you can do it for free. That's going to be a little bit of a hassle if you're trying to get started that way. I don't recommend using that to get started. I definitely recommend participating in those to earn a little bit extra so you can spend those in the game or wherever you want, but it's not the best way to get started. But once we get this set up, you're going to be making more money playing the Splinterlands game than you're spending renting cards. So that's a great way to kind of progress in the game without having to spend a lot of money going forward. You'll be able to make back what you initially spent, and it can work very well. So let's go in here. Let's take a look at what I'm actually talking about with renting cards. So where are we renting cards from? It's called peakmonsters.com. You can see it up at the top there. I left my tabs and everything up so you guys can see the actual websites. You can see where we're going to go to. These cards, I've got these sorted by the best cards in the Untamed deck. The Untamed deck is what we did the pack opening on earlier. I don't have it set for gold. You might want to rent gold cards, especially if you're just trying to add power, so maybe you can move up to the next level. But if you're just looking for cards to play to win matches, you don't need gold. So I've sorted them by the best cards in the game here. So this one is, okay, value $29. We've got Jotun here, one of the best cards in the game, the most valuable card in, or at least in the Untamed deck here. And we're going to click on rent, and we're going to go down here and look at these renting prices. So if we kind of scroll through here, so here's the daily fee. We have, okay, right now you could rent this card for 1 cent per day. That's 1 cent per day to get the best card in the game. So we've got the daily fee, that's how much you're paying every day that you rent this card. Escrow price is how much you're putting up front. And then as long as you don't break the contract, you will get half of that back. You lose it all if you break the contract. If the person renting you the card breaks the contract, you actually get all of it back. So you can assume as long as you're not breaking the contract, you get half of that back. But this one doesn't even have an escrow fee, excuse me. And then you do kind of need to pay attention to the time over here. There's a cooldown. The ones on red are going to be on cooldown. The ones on blue you could play with right away. But we can see, okay, so a lot of these are on cooldown, but you can see how cheap some of these are. And you can even see, okay, so here's one, okay, dollar escrow, but it's a cent a day. You can see what people have rented them for. There's some that are very, very cheap in here, and it's not just this card. We can pull out different cards. We've got our little kitty here. Let's look. Okay, so level up top, level 4. So right now you could rent a level 4 version for 14 cents per day. So less than $5 a month, you could rent a card that, okay, so level 4 requires 11 of them. It's going at about $26 a card. So you're looking at about a $300 card. A $300 card that you can rent for less than $5 a month. I think you can see here why renting can be a great idea. And these are the top cards. You don't have to get the top cards. You can go down and get some other cards for your novice level, bronze level, silver level, whatever you're at. You can get a lot of very good cards for literally like 1 cent per day. And okay, why, you might ask, why are people renting them out this cheap? It is cheap. It does sound cheap. But let's look at this monthly return on investment. Okay, so the top one is by the same person. They've obviously got a couple cards here, probably a large investor in the game. Basically 1.5% monthly return on investment. That's nearly 20% return on investment per year. So they get to keep the card. They rent it out. They can actually make a little bit of income there. So that it's benefiting the renter as well. But again, if you're trying to play this game for fairly cheap, this is a great way to do it. And And yeah, you might look at this and say, okay, spending $5 a month per card is more than I want to spend. Again, these are some of the best cards in the deck. You don't have to spend even that much. You can build great decks for less than for basically a cent a day per card, and build up some really nice things here. And I'm going to do some videos on that as well coming forward. But this is why I want this video up, so you can see how. Okay, how do we do this? I'm going to start from the very beginning here. If you have never used anything blockchain related, I'm going to show you exactly how you can do it. For some of you who have used the blockchain before, this might be you might be able to skip through some of this stuff, but we're going to start at the very beginning. So what do? Okay, first you've got to get your Hive keys. So when you sign up for Splinterlands and buy the spell book, you are now on the Hive blockchain. So if you come up here, there's going to be an option. I don't have it because I've already done it, but you can have an option to get your Hive keys. That's going to be basically the passwords to your account. You're going to want to make sure, you definitely want to make sure you save those, write those down, store them someplace safe. You're going to go get your Hive keys so that you can go into your Hive account on other places such as this Hive wallet. So this is what I use to buy Hive, because that's what we've got to do. We're going to have to buy Hive in order to rent cards. I use Hive blog. It doesn't matter. There are other places you can do it. I'm going to show you how to do it here. It's similar, other places as well. And you're going to come down here. There's a buy Hive, or you can click here and come buy it. We're going to buy Hive. That's what we got to do. It's going to send me to Block Trades. Block Trades is a way to exchange, because you can't actually directly buy Hive with your US dollar, whatever it is that you're using. So you've got to come here and you have to buy something else. So what I actually buy is Litecoin. So because Litecoin has one of the lowest fees, so we need to buy Litecoin so that we can then trade Litecoin to Hive. Okay, back up a step farther. Where do you buy Litecoin? There are a lot of different options. I use, as you can see up here at the top, I use crypto.com. I'm actually not going to go in there and show you. There is Coinbase, Binance. There are plenty of places to buy Litecoin. Crypto.com is the wallet that I personally use, just because I signed up so I could get the percent cash back. I get 3%. I'm getting close to being able to get 5% cash back that I use just for my day for using my US dollars. Use it as my normal debit card, and I get percent cash back because I'm married with 2 kids, and they spend all my money. So I like to keep that. I got to get that high percent cash back so that I've actually got something for myself, So that's why I did the crypto.com. I'll put a link to that. I'll put my affiliate link down there at the bottom. You can use it if you want. They also have 0 fees for debit card purchases for the first 30 days, which is going to be very good here. So you guys can buy Litecoin with your debit card with 0 fees. Then you're going to turn around, you're going to send that Litecoin to Hive once you do that. So you just say how much you want to send. 1 Litecoin is actually quite a bit. If we're talking about on a budget, we don't need all that. Let's do some smaller number. I don't even know exactly how much that is. It doesn't matter, because I'm not going to actually send that right now, but we'll come down, we'll type in your Hive name. Don't type in mine. Actually, do type in mine if you'd like to send me some Hive, but I'm assuming you're wanting to send it to yourself, so type in your own name, and then you're going to hit get deposit address, and this is going to show you where you can send it to. So you'll go into your crypto.com app, your Coinbase app, whatever it is. You're going to withdraw that Litecoin that you just bought, and this is where you're going to send it to. You're going to scan that. You're going to type in this address, whatever it is. That's going to send you. That's going to send Litecoin, which is going to get converted to Hive. So now you have Hive after you've done that. So we're going to come back to Peak Monsters here. Once you have some Hive, you're going to come over to your little shopping cart. Let's click on your shopping cart. There you can see my account, which is worth not all that much right now. I'm just getting started. So we'll go to... Well, there we go. We'll go to my profile. Sorry, not the shopping cart. My profile. And down here is where you can transfer it to your Peak Credits balance. So then you can use that Hive to transfer. You can type in however much Hive you want. You'll click deposit. That'll put Hive into your Peak Monsters account so you can rent. You can see here what your rental fees are total, what the costs are. So I'm renting some decent cards. I'm renting about 30,000, 40,000 power and cards right now. And the total fees for the next day is 3 cents. 3 cents. Once all my contracts are filled, it's 30 cents. It's absolutely crazy how cheap it is to actually rent cards to play, particularly early in the game, to get you started. And I'm earning way more than this playing the actual games. I'm at the point where, okay, I don't earn a ton, but I'm earning 1 cent, 2 cents per win per battle that I get. So I need to win 2 matches in 2-3 matches, and I've already paid for the cards that I'm renting. It is absolutely great. It's a great way to get started playing this game. It's a great way to play this game if you're not wanting to spend a lot of money on packs, on buying cards, on all these things. You don't have to do so. It is really, really outstanding. So I hope everybody is able to kind of understand this. If you don't, leave questions below. This is, if you've never used blockchain technology before, it sounds very, very complicated. Okay, you have to buy here on this wall and then transfer it to another so that you can transfer it to another so that you can transfer it to another. And it all sounds so overwhelming. I promise you guys, it's not. You do it a couple times and it's going to be very simple. Putting money here is going to be no different than transferring money from your checking to your savings account that you do every day. It's not that difficult. It's just it seems a little weird for anybody who's not familiar with blockchain technology. So that's why I wanted to make this video. Hopefully it helps. Again, if you have questions, leave it in the comment. I'll be happy to help. Hit me up on Discord. Come to my Discord server. If I'm not available, some other people will be there. Go to the official Splinterlands Discord. They can help you as well. But this is something that is very important if you want to play the game for cheap. You absolutely do not have to rent cards. You don't have to do anything blockchain related at all. You can just go straight in and buy packs from the App Store. That's going to be a very expensive way to play the game. And I know, yeah, there's going to be plenty of people that do. But I want people to know about this because we're going to have a lot more players in the game if you don't have to spend that much money, and this is a great way to do it. So hopefully I've beat that point to death now. Thank you guys for tuning in. I promise we'll have some more videos. Again, I want to set this up so that I can then go talk about some actual cards that you should rent, some decks that you can build, give myself a budget, and go rent cards within that budget and see what we can set up. So there's going to be a lot more coming in this renting series, but I wanted to get this. I wanted to get the boring stuff out of the way. So thank you guys so much. Be sure to like, subscribe, all of that. If you want to be alerted of future videos, I'll be seeing you around.